This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill no one.
Wait a second.
Oh, no.
We return to our planet. The High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings everyone and welcome to another episode of SeptumSin versus the World. I'm SeptumSin. Today we are once again hitting more of these as I recover my voice slowly but surely. It'll start deteriorating as we go through the month because I'm filming this all in one batch. We have some fun ones here today. So, this is really, we've been through a lot of STs. So we're going to continue our STs here. And we're starting with Street Fighter, the movie. I couldn't help it. There are some really bad movies out here. We got Jean-Claude Van Damme and Ron Julia starring in the live-action Street Fighter 2 movie, essentially. It's a Street Fighter 2 movie. First off, they decided to Americanize it, making Guile the main character, which is funny because Jean-Claude Van Damme plays Guile. And this is also Ron Julia's swan song role, which is sad to see. He didn't live to show it, but he wanted to film it for his daughter. I don't remember much of this. I remember seeing it, I think, in theaters when it came out, and remembering how bad it is. But now I like to have bad movies, and this is one of those that is definitely in the collection for that exact reason. Alright, next up, Strangeland. Now this was a pick from, I want to say this is a pick that Tammy did for Inside Movies Galore. The stars are, I want to say, guy from, I can't think of the name of him off the top of my head, but the glow of the screen illuminates his heavily pierced, tattooed face. His fingers dance nimbly across the keyboard, searching, hunting. His computer handle is Captain Howdy, and he surfs the local web for young female prey, girls like Genevieve and Tiana, who mysteriously vanish after an online conversation with the cunning cyber predator. Detective Mike Gage has a personal stake in the case. Genevieve is his daughter. It's Dee Snider, that's what I was thinking of. And it's really well done. I like how it does this. I like the turn, I like the psychological effects of it. It's actually really good. And though I'm not keeping all the ones that we've done for Inside Movies Galore, this is one definitely that will be kept because it was very well done. These days, I used to try and make it a habit to try and collect everything we've covered on the show, but now I don't believe I should do that. I don't think that it's needed. Now, though, if I'm introduced to something new and I really like it, then yes, I definitely add it to the collection. So, next up is Strange Brew. I am trying to collect as much Rick Moranis stuff as I can. This is Rick Moranis, Dave Thomas, Paul Dooley, and Max Van Sydow. This is a comedy movie starring our feature people from the Great White North on SCTV and their one solo outing, and it's actually pretty fun. They basically are going, and I believe it involves a beer factory it is a very fun thing about two people who are kind of unwittingly involved in some sort of world stakes event. If you haven't seen SCTV, it's worth watching. Rick Moranis is a very funny actor. I'm glad he's coming out of retirement for the new Spaceballs movie. I do look forward to that. I look forward to seeing him, Mel Brooks, and a lot of the people who can return. It's going to be fun. This one I believe I got from Dollar Tree, which was Straight Edged Kegger, which is a weird, I think it's more of an oxymoron. For those of you who not know, straight edge is a portion of the punk community who, they don't do drugs, they don't do alcohol. They're like, well, they call it straight edge. And so a straight edge kegger would be kind of odd. After he thinks his straight edge friends have gone too far, young punk Brad decides to leave them behind when he meets a happy-go-lucky partier, Sean. He attends his first house party where he meets beautiful Maybe, then all hell breaks loose. That looks like quite a fun event. Now this is one that I had to get because the story behind it is probably more entertaining than the story of the film itself. And that is Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, which is a buddy cop movie about a cop that teams up with his mother, and they go off. Now, this one's funny because Schwarzenegger and Stallone have had a rivalry, especially in the 80s, early 90s, with their films, because they were the two big action stars of the day. You kind of had to be alive at the time to understand. But it is hilarious when you look at it and you see and know that what Schwarzenegger kept saying that he was planning to take the role. And so Stallone tried to swoop in and take it just because Schwarzenegger applied for it. But Schwarzenegger never intended to take the role. He did it just so he could trick Stallone into doing it. It is a great story, and I'm kind of glad to see this one. So next up is a comedy called Stonerville, another one picked up at Dollar Tree. Boy, a lot of Dollar Trees here. Comedian and self-proclaimed king of YouTube, Slamski, wants to make it big in a mainstream advertising, but the sense of humor and frequent pot use aren't exactly in sync with his stuffy suits he meets. Things only get worse when the disastrous attempt to impress his executive results in Slam losing both his job and his girlfriend. So again, I'm guessing this must be somewhat recent, but 2010. But yeah, YouTube had really just started to get big and popular in the 2008-2010 era, so it makes sense. I've never seen it, but I like a good stoner comedy, so you know. We're still in the stoner train with Stoner Express. I think this also became Dollar Tree. I can't imagine buying it any other way. Let's see here. So we've got here Jack travels to Amsterdam to track down his estranged father. But when he discovers his father's local coffee shop is on the rocks, father and son must band together to save the joint. Joint. Two men embark upon a magical journey as they experience highs and lows that Amsterdam has to offer. In the midst of madness, Jack undergoes a potent secret weapon. Unearths a secret weapon to get the family business smoking again. So, interesting concept. Again, must be a Dollar Tree pickup. So, there is a Oscar-winning film called The Sting, but apparently it had a sequel, The Sting 2, with Jackie Gleason there. Let's see if I can Okay. There we go. Jackie Gleason, Mac Davis, Terry Garr. So some very impressive actors there in this. The original Sting was about a con man, and this continues on that. I don't know whether I want to keep this or not. A lot of these, I no longer care if they're Oscar connected anymore. I used to, but now I don't. But it's a Kino release. It looks fun, and I need to see the original Sting. So I'll watch them and see what I think. Maybe finally form an opinion. So this one is one I had to get, and that is the Shaq film Steel. Now this is based off of the Death of Superman comics, and when Superman died in the 90s, we had 4 people who claimed to be Superman that came up in his place. You had the Superboy character, who was kind of a clone. You had the cyborg Superman, who claimed to be Superman, kind of reborn through technology. You had the visored Superman, who just claimed to be Superman come back, but very cold and murderous. And then you have, Steel, who called himself Man of Steel at first, who was there. He had gang violence, so he created a super suit via Iron Man to act as Superman to get the guns off the streets. This is the movie version of that. It is considered to be extremely bad, but I've been wanting to see it for years, and I finally have a copy, and I plan to do it. So one more, and that is a Buster Keaton film, which is a Kino thing. I've been trying to get a lot of Buster Keaton and try and collect a lot of his, which is Steamboat Bill Jr. So there's several actual comedic stars of the silent era, and of course most people know Charlie Chaplin, but Buster Keaton is also there. So this has 2 of his films, Steamboat Bill Jr. and College, which is great. Again, I think it's great to get as many in the collection as you can. There are some. It is worth it to have these people represented. So what did you think? Is there anything that you've seen here that I should probably pounce on? Do you have any questions, comments? Feel free in the comment section below. Of course, as always, subscribe, share, maybe go to some of the links that I have in the descriptions, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
SeptumSin versus the world. It's that place for all the boys and girls. You'll feel real safe, you'll feel real warm. It's a cozy place to ride out the storm. SeptumSin. SeptumSin and his best boy Jake see the trends that scare us every day. Physical media is going to the side. Doctor streaming will rule the world in time. SeptumSin versus the world. It's that place for all the boys and girls. You'll feel real safe, you'll feel real warm. It's a cozy place to ride out the storm.